Good evening. Welcome to the second edition of Bay City All Saints Roundball Review. Here with Coach TJ Newsham. It's going to be a weekly segment, roughly 5 to 10 minutes. We're going to cap the week before, the week ahead, and take a close look at All Saints basketball. Coach, to get started, you started practice on Monday. You're 4 days in. How are the boys doing here in the first week?
The boys are in a different level of conditioning right now. They have experienced the pace that we are hoping to dictate this year, which includes a lot of running, a lot of pressing, a lot of trapping, a lot of sprinting, and putting us in a position that we can utilize our speed, our athleticism this year, and really do something that we weren't able to do last year, which is get out and run. So they're working hard. We're focusing a lot on defense this week, and they're putting max effort into it, as anyone that comes to a practice can witness and see that our guys at the end of practice are truly exhausted.
Yeah, I got to watch a little bit tonight. Definitely quick-paced, up-tempo. First question, you have 5 guys that weren't playing football in the fall. You're bringing in some football players. What are you finding on the conditioning? How are the guys that didn't play football doing versus the guys that had been?
Well, the thing is the guys who did not play football have been in the gym since September, so they've kind of been working together in the weight room. They've been working together in open gyms. October 1st rolled around. We have to quit the open gym part of it and focus on the individuals. So we were working with groups of 4. We had Coach Shapansky, Coach Gwizdala, Coach Feinauer, Coach Ligney. We're all taking various groups, and those kids were working out Monday through Friday. So those kids were at another level. And when the football kids came off, in the football season, it wears on your body. It starts to take a toll. So, you're week 7, week 8, week 9, you're not as conditioning as much as you were in the 2-a-days back in August. So, they came in. They were in shape, but they weren't quite in the shape of expectations where we're going to be. And so they've adapted. They're working hard out there. They're catching themselves back up. And the first day that they ran stairs for 24 minutes, they realized that it's not week 7, 8, or 9 of the football season. So they were in condition. They just we want them a little more condition.
Sure. So this week, Saturday, first scrimmage of the year.
Yes.
You have a pretty young team. It looks like you could well start 1 freshman and 2 sophomores. What are you going to look for out of the first scrimmage from such a young ball club?
Well, the first thing we've got to do is, we got to see how well we gel together. We've got to see how well, you talk about a freshman, what kind of atmosphere, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, is he going to be able to handle the pressure? He played all summer with us, so I don't expect it to be a huge transition in Trey's case. The 2 sophomores both seen some varsity time last year, so I'm just expecting a quick pace. A lot of focus on defense in our scrimmages. We got Akron, Fairgrove, and Case, who actually have 2 district opponents. Could be 2 district opponents. So we get a chance to see what our district's going to look like. They get a chance to see what we're going to look like. But we really want to throw a lot of our defense, a lot of our pressing, and a lot of our defensive rotation in there, and see how well we just gel. So we're going to be young at times, but our senior leadership between Aaron Villano, Noah Peterson really stepping up this week, Brian Feinauer, and Ryan Geisler, we're expecting those 4 seniors to really step up. And as you may be aware, Brandon Donikowski is out with at least 2 to 3 weeks with an ankle, so he'll be there cheering the guys on, giving them moral support. But the guys on the court, we're expecting the younger guys to be really brought into it by the veterans.
Donikowski, a big loss, one of your interior players. You're definitely lacking in size, Coach. What is really your plan going to be, especially when you get into the season and you play team after team with guys that are 6'5", 6'7", 6'8"? How are you going to make up for that disadvantage in terms of size?
Well, I think that's one of the reasons we're trying to pick up our tempo. We want to get their big guys going rim to rim. We want to get them their big guys out of position. We're going to run a lot of ball screens, especially out as it pertains to their bigger guys, and give Trey an opportunity to come off and either work on the pick and roll, get a switch there, really drive hard, work on driving hard to open up our lanes. We've seen tonight, we've got some guys who are filling it up from the outside, and if we can get the defense to collapse and we can get the kickouts, we get the 3-pointers, then we're allowed, with a made shot, to get into our press and to really dictate how we want to play. We can't sit and do a half-court game. We can't play half-court game. We can't play against 6'8", from Cass City. We can't play against 6'7" from Lakewood, where we're going to try and guard them with 6 foot, 6'1". So we've got to dictate it. We got to put the tempo, and we really got to dictate the pace. If we can dictate the pace, we're going to be competitive.
Not to put you on the spot, but Trey Newsham is a freshman. You have that balance when you are a point guard. You're asked to run the team. You're asked to distribute the ball. Yet Trey comes in having a prolific year as an 8th grader in terms of scoring. What are you expecting from him, and what kind of balance would you like to see between him looking for a shot and between him really distributing the ball and running the ball club?
Well, the big thing with Trey is being my son. We've had this opportunity to talk about what his expectations coming into this year are. We've got some guys who can shoot the ball. We can take that pressure off of him, whereas a freshman, he doesn't have to feel if he doesn't score 20, we don't have a chance. And Trey does a great job of finding the open guy. He's able. He puts the ball where it needs to in terms of scoring opportunities. There's not a lot of post players that have to grab for the ball, reach at their shoes. It's usually right where they want it, right where their hand's at. And he understands that there's going to be times where he's going to have to score to maybe bring the defender out a little bit further on him, which if he's able to bring his defender out on him and still penetrate, he's going to draw that defender, like I said earlier, look to kick to Villano for the three-pointer, Peterson for the three-pointer, Geiser for the three-pointer. And he understands it, and he's got a great understanding of the game of basketball. Great IQ. He's played for me in 7th grade. He understands the point guard position. From what I expect, and he understands that this year it's about the team, and he's ready to be a part of it.
Well, my final question here in our Week 2 segment. Tough year last year.
Yes.
Lost a lot of close games, got 1 win. It was a tough football season. What do you have to do as a coach to really build a winning mentality and to take that step from being in close games to winning close games this year?
Well, I think our summer really helped us as a basketball program, because last summer, our first summer, we struggled in the summertime. We played in 8 games and we got beaten 8 games, and we weren't able to really develop any type of consistency going into our season. Thus, we struggled. So this summer we went out, we played 33 games and we won 19 of them. Some of them included close ones, some included some large margin victories. And you can start seeing the guys understanding what it is that we're trying to teach and what it is that how we need to play for us to be successful. And that started carrying over, because you started seeing 7 or 8 guys showing up on a daily basis, to then we were up to 14 or 15 guys wanting to come, and they started getting excited. And the guys have been going at it since September, have all had pretty much a group type of workout where they're talking to each other, and now they're starting to talk about conference championships and state championships and district championships, just championship talk, and that wasn't here last year. And that's coming from the freshmen and sophomores. And the seniors, obviously, this is their last shot, so they know that they're going to rely on those younger guys who have these visions and who have these thoughts. So, for us to get it carried over is to take what we did this summer, take what we did in the fall, and keep doing what we're doing today at practice, which is continually getting into their heads that we have to play our style. We have to play our game. It's about us dictating tempo. It's about us dictating the pace. It's about us getting the other team out of their comfort zone and making them play faster than they want to. And, we're going to win some basketball games. And as we win basketball games, the student section will get more excited. The fan base will start showing back up to games. Our players will get more confident. And then all of a sudden you're building a bench of 8 or 9 guys, or 10 guys, or 11 guys, and they all have a role to play in that success. And that's what we want to do moving forward. Going into Saturday, we want to have some roles established, we want to have some pace dictated, and we want to come back. It's not about winning a scrimmage, it's about seeing where we are as a team and what we need to do better as a team and as better as a coaching staff to make sure our team is prepared.
A lot of excitement entering the year, 19 days away from the opener at home against John Glenn. Good luck on Saturday. I know you have a lot of work to do. The boys looked excited. They were having a good time. They were definitely putting up shots quickly. I'll look forward to catching up again next week after the scrimmage out in the Thumb.
Okay.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.